You might be surprised to learn in 41 days there will be an election in Jacksonville. It's a special election for the city council seat left vacant, that is, after Tommy Hazuri passed away last month. And right now, vote-by-mail ballots are being prepared, and they hit the mail tomorrow morning. Even though it's one council seat, since it's an at-large seat, every Duval County voter can vote. News4Jax reporter Jim Piggott explains how this election is being watched closely for reasons beyond who's on the ballot.
You know, I've covered many elections over the years, and even though this is a special election for only one seat, they have to handle this like it's a regular election. So what's happening right now is they are sending out those vote-by-mail ballots. 90,000 of them are going out. People can start getting these in the mail very soon, and you can actually be voting for this election, which is more than a month away. In the past, we may not have paid a lot of attention to special elections like this one for city council. Now, since the last presidential election a year ago, when the entire process came under fire, there are a lot of eyes watching what happens at the polls and what's happening here behind the scenes as election workers send out the vote-by-mail ballots. Supervisor Mike Hogan says he's still getting many calls from people worried about the process, and he's been bringing in both Republicans and Democrats and showing them what's taking place.
I think there is so much information out there, misinformation, malinformation, you name it, about the integrity and the accuracy of elections. Yes, because that's all I've been getting this whole year.
So even though this special election is expected to have a very low turnout, maybe 10 to 15%, the process will be the same as if it were a regular election. And it's going to be costly, nearly $3 million.
It's a lot of money for the taxpayer. If we have a second one, and we're planning to do that, because the expectation with 4 candidates, there's not going to be a solid winner in the first round. It's about $3 million to elect one office for 20 months.
There will be early voting sites that will open in 31 days. Not as many days as in the past, and not as many sites. And those sites will have drop boxes, but only during the hours that they're open. And we could see one change with the drop box at the supervisor's office downtown. Voters had been able to drop off ballots even if the office was closed. New rules may not allow that now. Also, read your ballot carefully. The reason: 2 of the 4 candidates have similar names, Nick Howland and Howland Russell. We're also seeing changes to how we can report the election to you. It used to be every election I was allowed to show you workers setting up the precincts. Well, that's not going to be allowed anymore as the state is restricting that access. It's something News4Jax is questioning. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
Thank you, Jim. Election day is December 7th, and if no candidate gets more than 50% of the vote, there will be a runoff February 22nd. If you have not registered to vote, you must do so by November 8th to participate in this special election.